Do you want to do big things? You dream of being productive, confident, disciplined. You've watched the videos, read the quotes, hyped yourself up, and then you do nothing. You procrastinate, you scroll, you lie in bed thinking about how amazing your future could be. If only you'd get up and do something. Sound familiar? Here's the twist. You're not lazy, you're just overwhelmed. And that's a completely different problem. See, truly lazy people don't feel bad about doing nothing. But you feel guilt. You feel pressure. You feel stuck inside your own potential. And that's what this video is for. Because I was you, ambitious but lazy. All talk, no action. Until I realized something that changed everything. And once you get this, you stop hating yourself and start moving. Let's simplify it. Let me tell you something no one talks about. The modern world rewards hyperactive doers. People who wake up at 5 a.m., crush their to-do lists, drink green sludge, and act like motivation is unlimited. But if you're watching this, that's probably not you. You move slower, think deeper, dream bigger, but execute less. And so you start thinking, maybe I'm just lazy, maybe I'll never make it. But the truth is, you're not broken. You're just not built for the hustle hamster wheel. You don't want to do more. You want to do what matters. And when you haven't found that yet, you shut down. Not because you're weak, but because your brain refuses to waste energy on things that don't feel meaningful. That's not laziness. That's misalignment. And once you fix the alignment, even lazy people can outwork anyone. Here's what no one tells you. Ambition is heavy, dreaming of a better life every single day but not knowing how to start, or not trusting yourself to follow through. That's crushing. And most people deal with that in one of two ways. They numb it, scroll TikTok, watch YouTube, play games, not because they don't care, but because caring hurts when nothing's changing. They shame themselves, call themselves lazy, broken, hopeless. Both lead to the same result, paralysis. And the longer you stay stuck, the worse it feels. That's why ambition alone isn't enough. You don't just need desire. You need leverage, a system, a mindset, a trick that actually gets you moving. And it starts with one idea that changed everything for me. When I was deep in that lazy but ambitious spiral, I read something that made me stop. If you can't do 30 minutes, do 3. If you can't do 3, do 30 seconds. Just don't break the chain. And I was like, wait, you're telling me that brushing my teeth and opening my laptop counts as progress? Yes, because motion, even microscopic, creates momentum. And momentum rewires your identity. It tells your brain, hey, maybe we're not that lazy. Maybe we're the kind of person who starts things. That's how I tricked myself into building habits. Not with willpower, not with perfect plans. With micro movements I could do even on my worst days. And over time, 3 minutes turned into 30. 30 seconds turned into real results. Because action beats motivation every time. Now, if you've ever said, I just need to get my life together, this next part will finally show you how. Because you don't need more motivational quotes or morning routines. You need one shift in how you see yourself. And a dead simple system that actually fits lazy people. Let's build it. Most productivity advice was written by robots. Wake up at 4 a.m., do 12 Pomodoros, build a Notion dashboard that looks like a fighter jet cockpit. Yeah, not really. Here's the truth. If you're naturally low energy, overthink everything, or burn out easily, you need a system that works with your energy, not against it. So here's the one that finally worked for me. I call it the one-task system. Every morning, or whatever your morning is, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today that would make me feel like I didn't waste it? Not 5. Not a to-do list. Just 1. And the rule is, it has to be small enough that even your tired, unmotivated, half-scrolling self could still do it. It might be, write 1 paragraph, send 1 email, do 10 push-ups, watch 5 minutes of a course. That's it. 1 task, every day, no matter what. Why does this work? Because your brain stops seeing the day as a battle to win. It becomes a target you can actually hit. And the wild part? Most days, you'll do more than 1, but even if you don't, you still win. And that's how lazy people build momentum. Let's talk identity. Right now, you probably see yourself as someone who procrastinates a lot, can't finish things, starts strong, fizzles out, and that identity is sticky. But here's the trick. You don't need to fix your personality. You just need to prove to your brain, 1 tiny win at a time, that you're changing. Every time you finish your 1 task for the day, you send a message to your subconscious. Hey, maybe I'm not lazy. Maybe I'm just someone who works differently. And after a few weeks, you start introducing yourself to yourself like this: I get things done, even when I don't feel like it. That's how real transformation starts. Not by becoming a productivity machine, but by stacking quiet, boring, repeatable wins. Let's kill a myth. You don't need more discipline. You need less friction. Think of it like this. A motivated person walks through a swamp. A smart person builds a bridge. If you're lazy by nature, stop trying to swim harder. Start building systems that are too simple to fail. Here's what that looks like. Want to start journaling? Keep your notebook on your pillow so you can't go to bed without seeing it. Want to study? Open the tab the night before and leave it full screen. Want to work out? Put your shoes next to your phone charger. Boom. Friction gone. Most people spend their energy fighting their resistance. Smart, lazy people remove it. Once the action is easy enough, you'll start doing it without needing a motivational speech every morning. That's the win. Now, if this system feels like it finally fits your brain, wait until you hear the final piece. Because even with systems, even with momentum, you will still fall off. The question is, what do you do next? That's where most people ruin their progress. But if you handle it the right way, you'll bounce back faster than ever and never feel lazy the same way again. Let's finish strong. Let's be real. Even with all of this, you'll still mess up. You'll skip the habit, miss the task, waste the day, maybe even the whole week. And that's okay, because progress isn't never messing up. It's what you do after you mess up. Here's a quote that saved me. Missing one day is a mistake. Missing two is a new habit. The old you would miss a day and spiral. I knew it. I suck. I'll never be consistent. But the new you miss a day and start again anyway. No drama, no self-hate, just reset. Because falling off isn't failure. Staying off is. And the people who actually change their lives aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who mess up and keep going. One last thing. If you're someone who struggles to start, struggles to stay motivated, struggles to follow through, you might be tempted to wish you were different. To say, why can't I just be like those productive people? But here's what I've realized. Lazy people, the deep thinkers, the slow starters, the overthinkers, they're not weak. They're just wired differently. And once they figure out how to move, they often go further than anyone else because they've spent years observing, imagining, dreaming. And when that finally turns into motion, it's powerful because it's not fake productivity, it's real ambition, finally coming to life. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to work with yourself instead of against yourself. Let's boil this whole video down into one sentence. Start ugly, stay simple, move anyway. Forget perfect, forget motivation, forget what other people are doing. If you can do one small thing every day and forgive yourself quickly when you don't, you'll get way further than you think. And the crazy part? You'll stop thinking of yourself as lazy because you'll realize you're not lazy. You just needed a system that fits your fire. If this video felt like it understood you, it's because I've been there. So if something clicked, give it a like. It helps me know this is the stuff that matters. And if you're done pretending to be a productivity robot and ready to build a real, honest system that works with your brain, subscribe and click the notification bell. We're building a community here. For people who want to grow without burning out, this is your sign to start. See you in the next one. Keep it simple.